Welcome, everybody. I'm Debbie Barnett, and tonight is Skill Building Wednesday. All right, I'm going to go with my regular routine here. Let me know where you're watching from. It's going to get boring for everybody who has to do that every week, but, I guess you don't have to if you're a regular. But if you're new here tonight, please let me know in the chat window. And chat is the way that you will communicate with me. Phyllis, I've been doing a better job at watching chat, haven't I? Yes, right? Got to give me a little credit, right? I've been doing a lot better watching. All right, we've got Raleigh, North Carolina watching, and Indiana. Hi, Bunny, and hi, everybody else who's watching. All right, so Wednesday night skill building is all about learning how to make good decisions during the Charleston. And then after the Charleston, throughout the game, we do a lot of building hands and switching around. And I do love to get your feedback. I'm always open to it. I'm not going to tell you that I am going to go with what you say 100% of the time, but I do weigh out a lot of things when I make a decision, and I try to talk through them with you guys on, on this Zoom live stream. And hello, Ann and Bill in Georgia. Hello, I'll be seeing you guys soon. And Linda, hello from Ohio. And we've got New Jersey and Drums, Pennsylvania, and Hernando, Florida. Yeah, right. Very close in Henderson, Nevada. So, just don't feel uncomfortable asking me a question about why I'm doing what I'm doing, and don't be afraid to offer me a suggestion, because it is an opportunity for me to either say, oh, great, I'm so happy you saw that. Thank you. Or maybe give you some feedback as to why I'm not going to choose that option. Let's keep in mind that Mahjong is one of those games where we all see the tiles very differently. And not only that, but the outcome is often very different depending on how the luck is running. So you could be the most skilled player and have those weeks. Sometimes I like to say days, but sometimes I have weeks where I'm just not getting jokers and I'm not picking my tiles in. And that's one of those things that we all have to deal with. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and head over to I Love Maj, which I already have up, and I have to actually exit out of this game. I was doing a test. So I'm going to leave this, and I am going to make sure I change my audio setting, which I know how to do now. So much fun. And turn on share computer. Oh, it's already on. Wow. Okay, since I was already in there. Beautiful. So I'll just do a quick check once we get started to make sure you can hear the tiles and all the dings and bells and whistles and all that good stuff. All right, here we are at I Love Maj, and I'm going to go ahead and lower my screen down so I don't forget and have you guys taking up space on that game table and covering everything. Here we are at I Love Maj, and this is the game launch pad. This is where you play against the bots or organize play with your friends, or even just say, yeah, I'm looking for a live player, or when you go into play, you will click yes when it says, are you open to live games? And that'll come up in just a minute. I could show you. Of course, I say no during Wednesday nights because I don't want to get bumped out of what I'm doing, especially if I have a good hand going on. Oh, my goodness. Maybe I should accept it and, no, I'm just kidding. So if you're newer to the game, this is a really good place to come in and play against the bots. You could play just for fun. You can enable practice mode, which gives hand suggestions, and it's just a good way to get comfortable playing the game and practicing without your statistics being recorded. When you play officially, which I do, they record everything. So all my losses, all my wins, and there is a way to record all your in-person play as well if you want to keep track of all that. It's quite nice. You can come in and take a look at the website and check everything out. And then down below is the exercise room. And honestly, somebody the other day, I don't know if it was, sometimes I get confused if it was at an in-person thing or through email, but somebody said, I absolutely love this exercise room. It has helped me strengthen my knowledge of the card greatly. And they spend a lot of time in here. Come in and check out these exercises. They're very easy to understand, but I will say this, and I say this every week. Please feel free to email me. My office door is open, or my virtual office door is open all the time to help you with whatever you need help with. So if you like what you see with I Love Maj and you haven't tried it out, I do have an affiliate with them, and they give 1 extra week if you do sign up under my affiliate. By the way, the link is under all my videos in the description. But I always forget to say this. If you go and sign up and it says, do you have a code? You just put in uppercase D and uppercase B for Debbie Barnett. And that also works. The link that I have in my YouTube description takes you directly to signing up without having to remember to use a code. So that's that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. I am going to keep this on intermediate, which is where I find it's working out great. These are the different bot levels. They have intelligence built into their bots. So, if you're newer, try out standard and then work your way up. And you'll see here the pop-up screen window here. Are you open to receiving invites for live games during your session? And I'm going to say no. If you say yes, you're going to have somebody come in. The only thing you don't have the ability to know is what level player they are, but they do have the ability to see and speak to the other players. So you can always ask and see, sometimes you get paired up with somebody and it works out fine. 1 or 2 people. I've had 3 people in a room with me. So try it out if you want, but I'm going to say no. And here we are. And hi, Janet, coming from New Mexico. All right, so here is a place where you could change the bot level again if you want. And this is a timer that I keep off during Wednesday nights. And basically, this is like you'll be able to judge how quickly it takes you to make a decision when a tile is discarded on the table. You want to be able to get down to about 4 seconds, with the exception that when it gets later in the game, it gets a little tougher and we have to watch and harder decisions have to be made. But it is just a good way to practice and see how quickly you can make your decisions. There's always a pause button if you put the auto timer on. So you just have to remember to pause it. Otherwise, it's too late if you're still thinking about it and you want the tile. But yeah, there's a pause button. So I'm going to leave it off. And we're going to start the game. And Phyllis, I want you to make a prediction right now in text, in chat. Is it going to be a joker night for me, or is it going to be a no joker? I just need one prediction. And I'm going to hold you to it. And there you go. Francie says, I deserve jokers, but you didn't put yours in yet. Yeah, we all deserve jokers, don't we? And there are some nights I don't get any. It's Wednesday nights are usually tough, but I think it should be that way. It's meant to be. because it's an opportunity for me to have to, for you guys to see what happens when you're having those tough days, right? Okay, jokers. Phyllis says I'm going to get jokers. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and here we go.
First Charleston.
Did you hear the first Charleston sound? Good. It's working. Amazing. And it didn't take me too long, only 2 weeks to figure out how to work these headsets, right? Okay, I like to sort by suit, just a nice way to organize the tiles to begin with. And I normally put my winds and dragons down at the right side, just the way I do it. There's no real particular reason. Although I kind of feel like they have their own category on the right side of the card. So it's maybe part of my little OCD thing or something. I don't know. But, you know, they're not going to stay there if I need them, obviously. So I like to work off of my multiples, and we have a pair of 6s, and I have no jokers. Did you notice that? Wow. Now, when you have no jokers, it's a lot of fun to try and play singles and pairs, and we probably could try it for a bit and see how it goes. So if I were to do a singles and pairs hand, I already see that I have a good amount of 2, 4, 6, 8 going on. So, you know, I would be keeping all of that right now anyway for 2, 4, 6, 8. Just like that. So it's just about collecting stuff in the beginning. Sometimes we can see a hand in a particular category, but not always in the very beginning. So it's just about collecting things and then finding out what you're left with. And I love this 1, 3, 5 here, but that doesn't work with 2, 4, 6, 8. But what else could we add to that? Now, since I have a multiple of 6s, I would take a look to see if I had any like numbers, which I don't. And addition hands, I only have one other tile that works with it. Not for me, not worth saving. And then for 6s, we could be thinking about 3, 6, 9. So maybe I'll keep my 3s. And what about maybe a run off of the 6? So it's nice to have a run, to work with a run that's in with numbers, multiples in the middle of the run. And when I say the middle of, I think of 1 through 5, and I think of 5 through 9, because that's how the top hands are grouped. So I kind of think around that. But I also keep in mind that most of the hands are 3 numbers in a row, or 4. So if I'm going to keep something, I want to try to keep numbers before and after my multiple. And the only thing I really have is the 5 right here. Okay. All right. So that's a start of talking about what we would do. Now, I also like, when I have a couple of wins like this, I may want to consider playing the north-south 5, 6, third hand down under winds and dragons. You know, it's there. So maybe I'll do that and keep that as well. You know, I could, this is a pretty pass if I pass this. If I don't and I break something else up, then I have to give up anything possibly in 3, 6, 9. But you know what? I'm okay with doing this right here. It looks like a pretty pass. Some of you might be thinking, oh my God, she's passing like numbers. I don't really care about passing like numbers, to be honest with you. There's every pass I could find a good pass. Every pass. I don't love passing the soap, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I really am. I mean, if Wes is playing like numbers and the dragon hand, which chances are not great, well, okay. I want to build my hand. So try to do the best you can, but don't worry too much about it, except don't pass pairs and don't pass flowers if you can avoid it at all costs. That's my big thingy. All right, so now I did get another north, and I didn't get, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the 2, and I do have the 7, which 6, 7, 8 could be a mixed suit run right there. 6, 7, 8 could be happening. I want to see if there's a possibility of me being able to see. I'm not even like kind of thinking about the singles and pairs, because if I wanted to consider that, then I would have to keep all of this and get rid of one of these. And now I have the north and south. So I'm kind of thinking, do I really want to go with singles and pairs? But let me see if there's something I can. I didn't get any more 3, 6, 9s. So I think I'll get rid of these, and let me see if there what else I might want to do. If I want to consider 2, 4, 6, 8, I have to give something up. Maybe this. So I still can consider a mixed suit run possibly coming down the pike. But then I get more options to do 5, 6, or 6, 7. So I think I'm just gonna kind of give up that idea right now of the singles and pairs. Watch, I'll start getting all 2, 4, 6, 8s in, but maybe I won't. We'll see. I'm gonna do this and see what happens. Well, I got a 6, which is nice for the north, south, 5, 6, or 6, 7. That's not bad at all. So that's cool. Now I get in 2 9s for 3, 6, 9, and I gave up the 3s. So I'm going to get rid of the 2, and no, 3, 6, 6, 9. I don't know if I just stick with this stuff here. And I do have the 4 crack and 8 crack, 4, 6, and 8 crack. You know, it's a possibility to keep that as a backup. I don't know what's going to come in, so maybe I'll do that. All righty, well, I am definitely going to continue. You all know the drill, most of you. I don't stop the Charleston if I'm torn between 2 hands. I always will pick one of them because I don't want to give up the possibility of seeing up to 12 more tiles. The whole purpose of the Charleston is to build your hand or build your categories, and you can't do that if you stop it. So I encourage you not to stop it. If you have 2 hands, pick the easier of the 2. Pick the one where you could call on more or has easier groupings like 2 pungs and 2 kongs, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue.
Second Charleston.
And I got 2 cracks, and I have 2, 4, 6, 8 going on there. And I am going to get rid of this, this, and this. And this leaves me the flexibility of switching out into a 2, 4, 6, 8 right now, or a mini run, or consecutive numbers, north and south with 5, 6, or 6 and 7. And that would be line 3 under Winds and Dragons. 2, 4, 6, 8. Probably what I'm looking at is line 1 or second from the bottom right now, or even line 3. I don't really know. And I don't have to worry about it because who knows, maybe I'll get a tile and have to break something up. We'll see. Okay, so I didn't get anything in. So that gives me a little, you know, I would like something in, but I don't have to make a choice now. And I got in another 5. So that north-south 5, 6 hand is really looking good. Really looking good. And I still want to keep my 2, 4, 6, 8. And I'll just go ahead and pass 2.
Courtesy pass.
I got in a 4. That's interesting there, but I really probably wouldn't have kept it. Not with the situation I'm in right here. I'll go ahead and pass 2. And now I know that these two tiles here on the right, 5 crack and 9 dot, those are going to be my discards. So I mean, I could think of other hands, certainly 5 dot, 7 dot, 9 dot, with the matching dragons. Yeah, I could think of a lot of things, but I can't keep everything. I'm going to have to discard. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 9 dot.
9 dot. 2 crack.
Now there's a 2 crack. Of course, I have no joker, so I can't call anything. So it's ignore.
3 dot.
And we're at the beginning of the game. The first 33 tiles marks the beginning of the game. I like to break it out into thirds. It helps you know what you can do and how you can speed your game up. The first 33 tiles, you don't have to think much about anything. Don't look at the table. Don't worry about what you think somebody needs. Just get your tiles out and get out tiles that you don't see first, and then double up on them as you start getting the doubles. So just, you can go quickly kind of through this phase here.
9 bam.
All righty. I'm not going to keep that either. Although I do see 5 crack, 6 crack, 5 dot, 6 dot. So I got 7 bams. No, maybe I'll keep it for a little bit and I'll throw the 5 crack first.
5 crack. 2
Oh,
dot.
well, I would have needed that for that anyway. So
4
I'll just stay the course. See, that's what happens. I didn't have any
West.
discard if I kept that one.
Call. 4 dot.
And the one I was thinking of is a concealed hand anyway. So we have a pung of West. So Joe is probably playing the same hand I'm playing. It's a very popular hand this year, and a good reason. If you're not playing wins, get them out early, even if they're already on the board, because you just never know.
East.
All right, let's see if Joe calls it. Oh, he couldn't call it. So here's an example of getting out a fresh tile early. Because you guys hear me talk about that fresh tile thing all the time. West or Agata, I don't remember who discarded now. Agata, the East and Joe could not call it. He's not ready. He's not set. Maybe he doesn't have enough jokers, enough East, or whatever. And that just made his hand a little bit harder. So that's why you want to get him out. And I'll get rid of this here.
3 bam. 5 bam. 8 dot. 3 crack. Call. 3 bam.
All right, we have a pung of 3 cracks. Still too early to know exactly what either of these guys, other than the fact that he's playing a Winds and Dragons hand. Very revealing they are.
3 dot. 5 crack.
Oh, I got that. Just when I was saying I would maybe get it. I probably wouldn't have switched to this because it's a concealed hand, but I was thinking about 5 dot, 6 dot, 5 crack, 6 crack, which I already got rid of, and then 7 bam, which is the bottom concealed consecutive run hand. So I'll just stick with what I'm doing here.
7 bam. 8 crack.
All right, there's an 8 crack. Oh, well, one more tile for 2, 4, 6, 8 going out.
9 bam. Flower.
Okay, that helps a lot. And I'll be able to, I don't put my jokers where they belong unless I know where they belong. And in this case, it's either going to be for the 5 dot or the south. I prefer to use it for the 5 dot because that's a Kong. I need 4 of those. The south, even if one goes out, I could let it go and grab another one if I have to.
6 dot.
Well, we'll see.
4 bam.
We'll see how it goes.
4 bam. 1 crack.
Ah, there we go. So now we know we can call everything here in this hand. This is the way you want it to happen, right? So if it doesn't mean you're going to mahjong, but you got to feel good about how the choices you make when this happens here. So I'm going to go ahead and I look at the table and I say, oh, you know what? The 8's out already. And I know there was one other, the 2 is out already. And I know the 4 and 7. So my head says, get those out first, because if my opponents are playing with them, then I'll make it a little
4
harder
crack.
if they can't
7
call it.
crack. Flower. 9 dot.
Looks like nobody may be playing flowers. Okay. Now I do know that the 1 dot went around in the Charleston. Once you get to be a more advanced player, you're going to remember a lot of things, and that's going to help you get tiles out that you know need to get out, in addition to fresh tiles. It's fresh anyway, it's not out there. But don't worry a lot about that, because that will come in time. Oh, Janet, I'll talk about what you're asking or mentioning after this game. Okay, so get rid of this.
1 dot call, west.
All right, so you know, when you start remembering things like that, things are very predictable in this game. I didn't know that Joe was ready, but Joe is ready. So what's the point of this whole thing? Me saying to you, get that tile out early, and you're thinking, oh, but he called it, he needed it, you shouldn't have gotten it out. No, that's the opposite way that you want to think. If I held on to that 1 dot and I started, calling my tiles and building my hand, and 3 rounds later, I'm like, God, I'm forced to throw that 1 dot, then it could be Joe's Mahjong. Always prefer an exposure. Now, that one's a very safe tile. And, because he's got 3, not knowing what Agate is playing, it could be a dangerous tile, because we do have the news groupings in a few hands. So, you never really know. But if Agate had an exposure up, and it did not indicate that she was possibly playing like numbers, I would have held on to that west as a safer tile for later. But again, some of these things are require a lot of thinking.
9 dot.
Okay, I'll just get that out, since there's others have been going out, and flowers, I don't know what she's playing, so I'm going to get it out.
Flower. 2 crack.
Okay, another 2 crack.
Soap.
And a soap, I gave that in the beginning. Is Joe discarding the soap I gave him, or somebody gonna call it?
4 dot.
All right, nobody called it. Another
Flower.
flower.
8 crack.
Oh, another 8 crack.
7 bam.
2, 4, 6, 8 wasn't in my picture, was it?
8 dot.
Oh, wow, another joker. We'll just stick it there for now.
7 dot. 7 dot. North.
Okay, I'm going to call that for a pung.
Call.
And of course, I'll say it again, just in case, 3rd line down under Winds and Dragons on the left side. And now I got to get rid of this or this. So they're both, 3 2 cracks, 2 8 cracks. Neither of these guys need it. I don't know what Agate is doing. She's being very quiet tonight. My
8
friend,
crack.
my friend.
9 bam.
I got to turn my phone off. I don't know if you guys probably can't hear it, but it was disturbing me.
7 crack. North.
Okay, the 3 dot, one went out early. Don't know if it's going to get called or not, but we got to get it out. Oh no, there's 2 out, so I'm good. Hopefully it's not needed, but you never know, because those 2 could have gone out early, and West could be playing with 3s. We just don't know at this point.
3 dot. 3 crack. 1 crack. 9 crack.
All right, so it looks like I'm, pulling tiles that are out there and fairly safe.
8 dot. 1 bam.
And Joe might need a 2 crack or a 2 bam, but there's several 2 cracks out. All right, 2 went out. but he could. Yeah, Joe could be looking for 2 BAMs. Well, probably. We'll see. But I'll get the 2 out. Even though there's 2 out, I'll get it out just in case, because you never know in this game.
Flower. 4 BAM. 2 crack. 1 BAM.
Well, that got
5
out of the
dot.
way, right? Okay, I'm going to call that for a Kong.
Call.
And now once I discard the flower, I am set for Mahjong with a South, a Joker exchange, or a 6 crack. It's really nice when you could Maj with multiple tiles.
Flower. 5 crack. 9 crack. 8 BAM. 8 BAM. 7 BAM. 6 BAM. Call. 5 crack.
Ah, she's finally revealed herself there. 6 BAMs. All righty. It wouldn't be too cool if she was playing like numbers with 6s, but all her flowers went out, so I doubt that. Ooh, 3 BAM. I am pretty sure I passed that early on as well. There's 2 out there, but I pretty sure I passed one in the Charleston. So hopefully it's not anything that she needs.
3 BAM. 4 dot. 2 dot. 2 dot.
Ah, look at that. Joe, may I please have your Joker? And he says, of course you may.
Joker swap.
And there is Mah Jongg. And Phyllis was right. I got Jokers tonight. Woo!
Mah Jongg.
And by the way, Phyllis, Linda, watching from YouTube, says that I can thank Phyllis for those Jokers. And I did, Linda. Oh my goodness. Janet mentioned that when she said she was open to playing Mahjong with other players, she waited about 15 minutes and nobody ever invited her, to play. So that does happen. It's, I think I Love Maj, their membership, which is very large, has a lot more people that play with groups already that they form or go in and practice and play against the bots. And now, of course, with the Siamese option, it's even better. All right, so let's see. Joe is playing East-West 1s and 2s with the 2 BAMs. And Wes was playing line 4 of 369. Boy, he was struggling. So he kept that soap that he got in the Charleston, or was it Agatha who kept it? I don't know. They're both playing with dragons. But 2 soaps went out early and neither of them could call it. That's why you get those tiles out. Yay. And 369 line 4 as well for Agatha. So they were both playing the same exact hand. Oh my goodness. Isn't that funny? Funny with different numbers. All right, let's start over.
First Charleston.
Okay, I got 1 Joker to start. I like that. Why not? I don't have any multiples at all. But where we could start is at the very beginning. 2024 is out. 2468 is extremely weak. Any like numbers? We got 3. I'll take 3. Why not? The addition hands, I'm just not a fan of those hands. I'm just saying. And then we're going to work off of these 6s. And the South, I may keep them. I do love the bottom concealed hand in Winds and Dragons. I do make it often. So I don't know. We'll see. For now, I'm leaving them right where they are. We'll see what happens. And who knows, maybe it'll be the same hand. I've had that happen, north-south. But anyway, consecutive run. keeping tiles surrounding those sixes. So that would be 5, 6, 7, 8, or 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I could keep all this, this would be my pass. Yeah, it's a beautiful pass. This is even prettier than the like numbers with ones in the soap I had passed in the beginning of the last game. So maybe I need to check it out and pick something out here. I'll look at little things like 5, 6, 2 suit run, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. I mean, they're all good. I would love to keep them all. But in order to make this a little more benign, maybe I'll do, and I may get it back. Who knows? Now, I do have some 3, 6, 9, but not a whole lot. So, I mean, I have the sixes, but, you know, I don't have a whole lot. So right now, I don't want to get rid of those sixes, but I do have a good amount. I guess that's what I'm going to do. So I'll do this here. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. What was I going to get rid of? Not the sixes, because let's take this out. I should be able to do something that is 5 bam, 6 bam, 7, 8. I can't. I got to do it. I just 5, 6. Oh no, I could do the 7 bam. 5, 6. Yeah, I could do the 7 bam. Maybe I'll get it back. We'll see. All righty, I got a 5 bam, so now I have another multiple, and I still could do 5 bam with 6 crack or 6 dot, that north and south hand. Who knows? I don't know. I don't want to talk about what I gave away and what I could have done, but right now, we're going to do this. I have to think about 5, 6, 7, 8, and those. So I am not going to keep the green. I could keep it and I could find a hand that I could use it with, but right now I'm keeping my 5 bam, 6 crack or 6 dot with a possible north south again, or 5 bam, 6 bam, 7, 8. So I've got some good options, so I don't want to keep the green. And I got a north, so this is funny in a way. So it's looking like I'm headed in that same direction. So I need to keep my 6 crack, and I'll keep the 6 dot. I could even keep the 4 dot. So that gives me more flexibility. If I'm going to do north, south, 4, 5, I may be able to do north, south, 5, 6 crack, or 5 bam, 6 dot. So I'm going to give up the other things that I was thinking of keeping, because nothing else. I haven't gotten any multiple sixes, so they're going. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess it doesn't matter, because this is going to be a pretty pass no matter what. 4, 5, 6, 6. I could do this, and I could do this. Let me just make sure. Okay, north, south, 4 and 5, or 5 and 6, 5 and 6. Okay, there you go. And instead of passing the 6 bam, which would give me 3 tiles in the same category, I'm doing what is a little bit of a better pass. And I am not doing a blind pass, because I do want to maximize the number of tiles I can look at. So we're going to just do this. Wow. So those 5, 6, 7 got that 7 back. I've got to continue. I've got to continue. So I'm just going to, I mean, I could do other things and change out from the north, south, 4, 5. But you know, I've got more of that right now and more flexibility. So I'm going to continue.
Second Charleston.
And I'm going to do this. I could make like 10 hands. It's crazy how many hands you can end up making. I lowered the volume. Let me know if it's too soft. Just give me a thumbs up, Phyllis. I'm watching you. So I'm watching you. This is a beautiful pass, but I'm not giving this stuff up right here. So, or I could get rid of the 6, make it a little bit better by doing that. So 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay. So 5, 6. Yep. All right, here we go. Ooh, I'm getting, these are coming back around and around and around. I'm just to stay with what I'm doing. Look at this. It's like everybody's playing my tiles, by the way. They're playing 4, 5. They're playing these because everything that's gone out and around. Wow. Nuts. All right. So we'll see what
Courtesy
happens
pass.
here. Yeah, this is crazy. A new tile too. The 1 dot came in. I'm just going to do 3. That's scary that, I mean, my opponents could be playing the same tiles. It's a possibility.
Soap.
Not another new tile, except for that 7 dot, which, of course, everything else that I got rid of already is, let's see, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. If I get flowers, I could do 5, 6, 7 right there. So it's another option. We'll see.
Soap. 7 crack.
Oh, wow. Now I get, this is really nuts. All right. I'll get rid of the 4. And I like to keep, if I'm not using pairs, which I don't know at this point because of what's going on here right now. I'm probably not going to need those. And I may or may not need the 7 dots, but if you hold them till a little bit
4
later,
crack. 6
and
bam.
somebody does need them and they call with a joker, you get to do a little joker bait. So, but this is supposed to, I don't want to get rid of something I do want to keep.
1 dot. 8 dot.
Okay, that's east, and I'm not going to keep that. Nope.
East, call. 9 bam.
That's a good reason to get it out.
8 crack.
Too bad nobody called it. Okay, so now my 6 dot is taking priority over anything else. So I'm going to move this down, and you know, I just need another good pick or another joker or something like that. Let's see. And then Francie said 6 crack, 7 dot, 6 crack, 7 dot, and 8 crack. Yeah, very nice if I get those flowers, right? But at this point, I don't know. So we'll hold on to it in case I do get a couple of flowers. Right now, North South 5, 6 is looking pretty. I think I'll go ahead and get rid of the 4 dot.
4 dot. 5 crack. Call. 2 crack.
All right, there's the 5 cracks with 3 jokers. What are you doing, Agatha? Putting up 3 jokers at the begin game. The first 33 tiles, begin game, and she's putting up 3 jokers. She must have so many. What? Oh, God, at least she doesn't have all of them. Okay, so I know that's going to either be with the 6 dot or 5 bam, and this I would like to be here. That would be my preference, again, because it's 4, and this one is easier to make. So this looks like the way I am going. 5, 6, is there anything else that I could keep as a backup? But I don't really think I need to be honest. But I'm going to get rid of that 6 crack because I am not so sure what Agate is doing. Wow.
6 crack. 4 bam. Joker swap. 7 crack.
course. Thank you so much for, I'll get one of them. You'll see.
3 bam.
But I like the fact that I have these 2 pairs. It does give me an opportunity, so I'm going to hold them for a while. I don't like to hold them too much longer than getting into the middle game, which is when we start 66 tiles down, you know, maybe to 50-ish or whatever. But I'll keep an eye of what's going on here. I don't like to wait too long.
1 crack. 7 bam. South.
All right, I'm going to call that.
Call.
And it's really funny, though, that now I do have to break these up at this point. So we're going to go ahead. We'll start with the 7 dot. And neither 7 dots, 8 cracks, 1's out. So I'll start with the 7 dot.
dot. Flower.
Bummer.
6 bam. 9 bam.
Okay, no 3 cracks out. That says get it out. To me, my voice in my head says get it out.
3 crack. 2 crack. 6 dot.
I'll call that for a Kong.
Call. 7 dot. 1 crack. 3 bam.
Dana, I'll address your question as soon as we're done with this game.
6 crack.
All righty, I'll get that out.
Flower. West. Call. Green.
Oh, Joe's playing East and West. Amazing.
4 crack.
Oh, Debbie, may I have your joker? By the way, you do not have to announce a joker exchange from your own rack, but some people feel it's a courtesy to do so. So it's your choice, whichever way you want to do it.
Joker swap.
Okay, now we know where that goes, and I'll get rid of the 8 crack.
8 crack. 8 dot. Joker swap. Red.
I mean, in all honesty, this hand and the last hand is exactly the way I want things to happen, like all the time. Like it would be great.
Green.
And we know that's not true. Just go watch all of those other recordings up on my YouTube channel. But I do like the fact that I've got some
8 crack.
relatively
9
safe
bam.
tiles left in my hand, which is another
8
thing that
bam.
I like to set myself up for. I call them my buffer tiles.
Red.
7 crack.
7 crack. West. 8 bam. Flower.
Oh, wrong 5. Oh, wrong 5 is right 5, actually. Agata. See, I have to always look around. Guys, it's the worst thing to miss a joker, and I've done it on this live stream. So, may I have your joker, Agata, please? You had 3 jokers that you put up early. That might not have been such a smart thing to do.
Joker swap.
But I'm going to take it and get rid of
8
this.
crack.
So now
8
I can
bam.
Maj on a north, a joker, or a 5 bam.
6 crack. Flower.
3 dot.
3 dot.
And I
8
won't even,
bam.
I don't even, right now there's 52 tiles left. We're just into the middle game. And I don't care at this point. I know, you know, Joe's playing a run. I don't know what numbers. I could probably study the board and kind of come up with something, but that takes a little bit too much time to do. But regardless, if I look and I don't see a tile out there, I am not going to be like, oh my God, I can't throw it and break my hand up. No way, because I can win. And if you
9
want to
crack.
win, you got to
Flower.
do it. Got to take the chance.
4 dot. Soap. 3 bam. 9 crack. Green. 9 dot. East. 8 dot.
Ah, there it is. All righty. So
Mah Jongg.
same hand twice in a row. How often does that happen? Not that often. Phyllis is like scratching her head. She's like, God, she either can't get it. She can't win a game or she wins 2 in a row and the same hand. I know what you're thinking. Okay, Dana said, how do you keep track of how many tiles are out while you're playing to know what part of the game you are in? Okay, so after the deal, you've got 99 tiles. So the first 33 is the begin game, and that's the part of the game that you really can go quickly. I mean, obviously, you don't want to not take a tile that you need, or maybe think about it to decide if you want it, but it's pretty much pick and discard, not caring what other people are playing, but getting out the tiles that are not out there yet. Get them out early, because that does, as I showed you, it makes it really hard for players to call. And it happens to me. I watch my tiles going out and I say the same thing. There goes one of my tiles, you know. If that person holds a tile to the end, or I hold a tile to later, it's more guaranteed to be a Mahjong than a call and expose. So that's pretty much what you do. Online, I do have a really good visual. And Dana, I don't know if you watched my live stream, but if not, if you email me, I have 3 pictures of the begin game, the middle, and the end. So you can see in person and know approximately where you're at. Computer, easy. You look at the bottom right-hand side of the board and it tells you. Okay, so Joe was playing East West with 1s and 2s. Amazing. And Wes was playing consecutive run line 3, which is the mixed suit run 1, 2, 3. And Agata was playing 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, which I like that hand, but I don't make it that often. With the single and the pair at the beginning of each. I kind of wish that hand were a little higher value, but you know, with a single and a pair. But I guess it's not that hard to make. All right, so let's start again.
First Charleston.
All right, no jokers to start at all. No jokers. I have a lot of 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to keep that because of 2024. But I'm gonna see if how many 2, 4, 6, 8s I can get in towards singles and pairs. And the reason I don't mind playing them if the tiles do start coming in is because if I have to switch out, if I start getting jokers, I could switch out into 2024. I could switch out into like numbers. I can, you know, there's a lot of things I can do. So the singles and pairs hands are just baby bits of the bigger categories. So just try it. If you don't have any jokers, what do you have to lose? Nothing. Strangely enough, I want to keep these guys just because of the bottom concealed winds and dragons hand. I don't know. I got a couple like numbers there, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to actually I'll do this, this, and this. Let's see what happens here. I'm not even looking at anything with runs, nothing right now. I just want to see. I'm going to have to stick to it for a little bit and see what happens, because I could change up easily. You know, I got one more 4, so that helps. And let's see. If I don't get any wins, I'll break it up on the next one. I got a 2. And certainly I am going to continue. So I am not going to go with wins.
Second Charleston.
And I'll do this, this, and this. And I got a 2 bam. And I still have 3. If you're trying to go for singles and pairs, this is a really good position to be in, because I didn't have, I had tiles to pass all the time. I didn't have to break something up, which is good. So I could still keep eye on 2024, depending on what happens. Oh, another 2. All right, so I will do 2 here.
Courtesy pass.
And I will do 2 there. So now
9
I
bam.
am not having to make any decisions at this point. I can see how the singles and pairs line one goes. If not, worst comes to worst, I just switch out into 2024, or who knows if I start getting, flowers, maybe like numbers, I don't know. But I have 2 discards before I have to make any decision, which is really nice. See the 99 tiles here? So in real life, Dana, you have to visualize that those 99 tiles kind of broken up into thirds. Okay, ignore.
4 crack.
All right, so there's a 4 crack. I don't need it for that singles and pairs hand, but 2024. All right, so now I got a joker. I'll put that up front. My mouse is giving me trouble. And I will get rid of the west.
3 bam. 3 crack. 8 dot.
And there's an 8 dot that I would need for singles and pairs. So there's 2 more out there. And I will just, I'll get rid of the green first because it was something in the Charleston that I gave. So I'll get it out. Sometimes I do
Green,
like to get those
south.
leftovers from
2
the
dot.
Charleston out. All right, so now I have a 2 dot. And of course, I could call a 2 dot for a pung, and I could be like, oh yeah, I'll do 2, 4, 6, 8, or the 20 line 1 of 2024. But my hand is not formed enough for me to commit to calling a pung or even a Kong and using up my only joker. Just not there yet. And we're early in the game. So
5 crack.
And that's a good reason why you get those fresh tiles out, because Debbie would have liked that in her hand. Oh, did I pass the 6 dot? Carolyn, you said I passed the 6 dot in the Charleston? Oh, I don't remember
5
doing
bam.
that.
2 dot.
I must have been really blind. There's another 2 dot, but I'm not calling it.
1 bam.
And there made that hand.
9 dot.
If I gave a 6 dot away, then I was having a blonde moment. Okay, so there is a 3 crack
7
out.
crack.
I'll get the 7
1
crack.
dot.
That's my reason. That always proves my point of getting them out early.
Red. 7 bam.
Okay, so now both of these are out. So I just double up and start.
3 crack. 5 dot. 5 bam. Red.
And again, I got tiles that are already out.
3 bam.
Double up.
1
and
crack.
somebody needs them, they're going to have a harder
5
time.
dot. 4
with their
dot.
hand. Oh, and a 4 dot. Oh my goodness, I can't call that either. I hope, let's see, green, I got out early, so.
Green. Flower. Call. East.
Ooh. Ooh, look at that.
East. 6 bam.
There's a 6 bam.
5 dot. 1 crack.
There's a 4 bam, and
7 bam. 4 bam.
I'll have to think of something I'm going to be doing at some point here. Because I don't need those multiples of 4s for singles and pairs. Those are singles. And I don't have flowers yet. And there's 3 out, 3 exposed with Agata. Oh boy. Let's see. 2, 4, 4, 6, 8. Let me play around a little bit with this there. 2, 4. I'm looking at line 2. 2, 4, 4, 6, 8. And that was, let's see, the 2 of those went out already, and that's a pair. So that would be a pair. That would be a call. There's 1 4 dot I let go. 2, 4, that's the pair. I don't have any 6s yet. It's kind of, ugh. No flowers at this point. It's really challenging to call that. Let's see about 4 times 6. I don't have sixes. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I mean, this is really, I just can't call and commit to it yet. Unfortunately, it's just, if tiles don't come in,
South.
and I don't, I'm not going to call them just to call them. I mean, I'll just play defensively. I'm not going to win every
Joker
single
swap.
time.
East.
I knew that was going to go. Okay, so here we go with this. So I still need flowers for the singles and pairs hand, and I definitely want to keep that for the 2024. Let's see. Flowers. Oh boy. So either I just go for singles and pairs, take a chance, have fun with it. That's the most I have there. Oh, sorry. If I gave a 6 dot away, yuck, and there's already an 8 dot out. So either I do that, which would mean I'd have to end up discarding the Joker, or I go for 2024, just keep collecting my 2024, which is what I think I'm going to do, and get rid of the 8s. That's what I'm going to do. Hope I get some more Jokers. I mean, it's tough. I have little bits, nothing big of all the hands. Lines 1, 2, or 3 under 2024. And it's a shame because, I mean, this would be nice right here, but I gave that to the 2s away. Okay, I'm not going to be, let's just play here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep all my 2, 0, 2, 4s and forget about singles and pairs.
8 dot. 1 crack. 3 bam.
I basically chickened out. I bailed.
West.
Okay, that's nice. I'll take that.
8 crack. Green. 3 crack. North.
I wish I had it before. I'll take that too.
8 crack. 1 dot.
Now, once I get
8
in
dot.
another 2, 0, flower, Joker, I'm going to have to make a decision and get the hands
1 bam.
formed. Oh, look at that 6 bam that
6 bam.
didn't have
3 dot.
earlier.
3 dot. 4 crack.
Okay, so 4 crack. I'm kind of looking at, well, no. Let's see, 4s and 4s. Flowers, 2, 2. Oh, look at that. See, I need another 2 crack. 2, 0, 2, 4, and the 4s. Line 3 would be very nice. Let's put those there. I need a pair. Okay, so that's one possibility. Big risk here with my flowers and needing a pair with 4 there. If anybody else is using them, I'm messed up with that, right? What else? The second hand is even more flowers. The first hand, I'd have to use 2 Jokers if I don't use this at the beginning. So I'm trying to do this without getting too. All right, so 2s, soaps, and 2s and 4s. Oh my God, I need them all. I need every one of these tiles. Okay, my fellow watchers here, which would you go for? Line number 1 Would you take door number 1? No, line number 1 or line number 4? And somebody said, they were joking, somebody who purchased a couple cards from me, they said, oh, you're the Randy that Debbie's always yelling at to ask about what hand. So I'm asking my husband, who I don't know if he's watching or not because he's been awfully quiet. Honey, which would you do? Which would you do, babe? Well, you're kind of late to the draw here, baby. Okay, so Francie says keep the Y. Oh, no, that was before. Francie says number 1. So I have 1 vote for number 1. Phyllis, what would you do if you were sitting with all your friends playing? Which one would you take? And I know there's a delay on YouTube, but if any of you guys want to vote in on this, I mean, certainly if we have to talk about the easier hand, it's going to be line 1. That's the truth right there. And the best way to do this, right. I got to just figure out which way I'm going to do it. How many 2 being? 2 dots, both are out. 2 of them are out. Let's see, there's 1 4 bam out. And so if I did it with the 2s like this, that would have to be there. So that would not be good for line. That would not be a good choice right there. If I do this here, that doesn't work good. It has to be at the end. It has to be hold on. 2 2s, 0s. Yeah, see? Whoops. No, I have 2 of those, but I need a lot more jokers. I don't want to give up those 2s because it could be, if I get more jokers, I could still use them. But this is really hard because if I do the 2s and 4s down here, I need to use both 2s for the 2 dots, and because they're gone. So that is a definite. Phyllis says line 1 too. So would you keep all this here and start getting rid of the 4 crack and 4 dots, Phyllis? Since the 2 dots are out, so if they're down, if I use them as a Kong, I would have to use both jokers. And Janet likes 2024 line 3. It is the riskier one. Well, I have 2024 here. Let's look at this. I have it in dots, but let's see what happens here. If I do the 4 bams and the 4 cracks, 1 4 bam went out, so that has to go there. And actually, I only need 1 more good pick for the 4, and then I need to worry about that flower. That is a risk, but that line number 3 is definitely, Janet, I think I might have to agree with you here. Now, if I want to keep my options open, I could start with the 4 because I was going to do the 4 bams and 4 crack, I think. And the 2 dots up here. I don't know. All right, I'm going to try this line 3. Okay, look, it might come back to bite me in the butt, but I think I'm going to try that. Maybe I'll keep the 4 anyway for possible crazy like numbers. Yeah, Debbie said line 3 with 4s. I've got the 4s right there already. Okay, so I'm going to do the 2 here and keep those 4s. I'm going to go. All right, so I can't call this now. So that means I'm going to let this go. And then I may end up being forced to call a 4 crack if another one goes out. But I need to cover a joker on that 4 bam. So I have to say ignore. All of that.
7 bam, 1 crack.
All of that.
6 bam.
Now I got to look to see
Green.
what one of these 2s I need to get rid of. Oh, God, you believe it? Now for line 1, I get that in. I know. I know. I have to look at it again. I have to use the 2s up there. I have to. And it has to be with it's going to have to be with a joker. I could call that. And then 2 and 4. Oh, it's so weak. It's still very weak. That's the wrong suit. Oh no, that's the right suit. What'd you say, Randy? Yeah, line 3 is what it's. I got to do it. I have no choice. All right, so let me do 2 0 2 4. With the 4s. And I'm just going to keep all the 4s. Come on, move. Okay, so 2 cracks and 2 bams are not out, which means I could have somebody playing those, and that might be a good reason that I don't play them. But I'm going to go ahead and start getting rid of them, and let's just hope for the best. Oh my goodness, this is scary.
2 crack. 1 dot.
Not that scary.
West. 8 bam.
7 dot is not out, and he has 7s up, so that means I got to get it out.
7 dot. Call. Red.
Oh, somebody else was playing them. Happy I
South.
got it out though. Okay, 3 crack is out early, out there too. 2 bam is not out yet. And the only one who could be using it would be Agata. So I will go ahead and ditch it.
2 bam. 9 bam. 6 crack. Call. 3 dot.
All right, so we've got 6 7, same suit. 6 7 8 9. In 1 suit or 2 suits. Second from the bottom. Or it could be, what else? Nothing else. No, it could be 5 6, opposite dragon 7 8, line 2. And it would be, oh, that would have to be with soaps. So we'll see. Maybe Wes is going to grab my soap. But since I'm not using it, I will escalate it right now. Which means if he puts it up with a joker, I won't be able to grab it. So do I want to hold it or get rid of it? I'll get rid of it. 36 tiles left. We're just about in the end game. Oh, call. Ignore. Debbie,
9
what are
dot.
you doing? You have to first
5 bam.
play the game, would you please?
Soap. North. 6 crack. 8 bam.
Oh, that does help. Okay, so 5 dots are out. 3 cracks are out. 4s, I don't think I'm going to be holding anymore. Are there any 4 dots out? 1 early. So I will get that out now. Because I'm committed to this. And let's see. We'll put this here. And we'll put this here. And I can call the 4 bam or 4 crack. And I have to just hope that I can do that and get set for Maj with a flower.
4 dot. 8 dot. 1 bam. 9 dot. 9 dot. North. Red.
We're getting way down to the
9
wire
bam.
now, which is going to be a little troubling when it comes to me calling if a 4 crack goes out. How many are out? One's out, and putting up jokers at this stage of the game. Oh God. 2, 6. Yeah, so we're good with these guys.
6 bam. Soap. 9 bam. 2 crack.
Now I get it. Sure.
4 dot. 8 bam. 8 bam. Soap.
How many 2 bams went out? 1. Just 1. With 13 tiles left, there's only 1 2 bam out. Whoa. Yeah, and I'm 3 away, so I'm just gonna play it safe right now. If somebody else throws a 2 bam, I'll follow them if Agatha doesn't call it.
5 dot. 1 bam. 8 crack. 5 bam.
And we'll do let's see, what did I say with 3 cracks? We had 5, 6, because this could be 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think there are any 5 cracks out, are there? Not that I could see. So that's not a tile that I want to get rid of right now. 3 cracks. 9 tiles left. I'm going to play it safe and just break up my hand and throw jokers. So I have 2 picks left, or 3 picks left, I think, with the 9. Let's see.
Joker. 3 bam.
Ignore.
2 bam.
All right, there goes a 2 bam.
Joker.
So we're all breaking up our hands. So this is my
Joker.
second
1
pick.
dot. 3 dot. Joker.
And my 4th pick. Or I had picked already. Okay. So there we
Joker.
go.
Joker. Wall game.
So smart thing to do is, you can't win at the end. You're too far away. You just go ahead and break it up and play defensively. But it was coming in nice. I mean, that was a pretty big struggle. And then I had 3 jokers. Joe was playing, now it does show who broke their hand. Joe did not, because it's not in parentheses, and he was doing any like numbers with 7s. And that's another reason why there with the news, why you want to get those wins out early. If you're not playing with them, you definitely don't want to hold on to them. And my friend Agatha broke up her hand. And it was 2, 4, 6, 8, line 4, and West with consecutive run line 7, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I mean, you could get a pretty good idea if you start looking at the tiles and figure out what's not, out there, to figure out what he's playing. But he did have, he was holding a 5 and a 7. Crazy. All right, well, let's do this again. I don't think I see any questions.
First Charleston.
Debbie was on the same page with us on the line 3 with 4. So we were kind of split between that. Two said line 4 and 2 said line 1. So I have 1 joker. I'll take it, but I have no anything else. I do like this hand, but it would be hard. The 9, 9, 8, 9, 8, 7 singles and pairs. 3, 6, 9. So I'm going to keep the, this is all in a run here, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to keep the 3, a little bit of 3, 6, 9, a little bit of like numbers going on. Let's see, do I want to keep the 5? And then I got to pass this pretty pass if I do, 1, 1, and 2. And I think I'm going to go ahead and break this up and pass this for right now. We'll see. Maybe I'll get it back if I need it. Let's just see what happens. I got a pair. Yay. So I do have a lot of good run stuff going on. 7, 8, 9. And I'll get rid of this, and this. I still want to hold on to possible 3, 6, 9. 7, 7, 9. Okay. And I got a 6 bam and 7s and lots of fun. So I have a nice 6, 7, 8, 9 run here. Pung, pung, kong, kong. Let's see what else could be happening here. I have, let's see, 3, 6, 9 stuff going on. For sure. I don't know which way it's going to end up going. So I don't think I want to get rid of this quite yet. I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep all of that right there, and I'll do this. I could keep a lot. Oh my God, I get another one. But I did get another 3, so I'm good with that. So I do have, stuff with 3, 6, 9 happening. I definitely am going to continue. And let's see, 3, 6, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, this is going to be a challenge.
Second Charleston.
I think I'm going to go with 6, 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9. I'm going to go with this. Ah, crazy. All right. Well, nobody liked those tiles. Another 3. Okay. So 3, 6, 9. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen.
Courtesy pass.
But I do know I've got a lot of 3, 6, 9 stuff going on. That's definite.
Soap.
And I got a new tile at the end, another new tile. That's why you don't want to give up on the Charleston. It's so, so important. So I do have the mixed suit 3, 6, 9. Not utilizing those 9s, but I could have a lot of other things going on once I start picking in, and it looks like it's probably going to be a 3, 6, 9 something or another, because I got lots of 3, 6, 9s. And I'll just start shooting these babies out.
4 dot. 2 crack. 1 bam. Soap.
I'll keep that too.
5 crack.
I
5
collect
dot.
all the time. I don't worry about picking a hand this early.
1 dot.
I just collect them all.
7 crack.
And there's another 6.
7 bam.
I'm just
1
collecting
bam.
3, 6, 9s, and I'll figure it out
Soap.
once I
8
run
bam.
out of discards. Okay, so I'll do both the 8s and 5s are out, so it doesn't matter.
8 bam. 3 bam.
Wish I had got
3
that in my
bam.
hand. Another one.
Green.
I would love to get if I did get a 3 bam, that would be, we'll see what happens.
4 dot. 4 bam. 7 bam. 8 crack.
Give me a good pick. Ooh. Ooh. So if I got that 6, 3 bam, which 2 have gone out, Flowers 369. I could call everything here. Everything. That's the second hand down. Oh my God. Second
5
hand.
dot. 2 crack.
Give me a 3
1
bam.
crack. 1 crack.
How does that happen? Please, please tell me. How does that happen? Oh, well, I know what I'm playing. Line 2. See, I didn't have to make a decision until I ran out of discards and got to this point. So cool. And let's see, if I were to want to keep something, what would it be? 3, probably nothing at this point because maybe the 9 for the mixed suit, but that's silly because I mean I've got a beautiful hand, so it doesn't. No, both of them. I would need both of them, so it doesn't matter. But I'll get the 9 out because there is no 9 out, and I have 2 6s, so this makes this a tile that needs to be escalated more than the 6 bam. All right.
9 crack. 3 crack.
I'm calling that. I'm calling that for a pung.
Call. 6 bam.
All right.
6 dot.
Now I need a flower to Maj. And it's the only thing I can Maj with. So there we go. Now, let's talk about something that is a little bit advanced, but people do it. If a 9 bam went out, I could call it and discard the joker to go jokerless, but then everybody's going to know what I'm doing and they may all break their hand up. So not such a good idea. So I won't do it, but people do it when they're playing for money because they get paid more.
Call. 5 crack. 2 dot. 4 dot.
And of course, I don't have to consider anything other than maybe a joker exchange so that nobody else gets the joker. But other than that, you know, and then if I discard it, people are going to know what I'm doing. So it's like, which one do you do? Do you grab the joker so no one else gets it? Or do you not give away what's going on in your hand? That's a good question. You guys should ponder that one.
9 bam.
There we go. I knew it was going to happen. I mean, it's only points on the computer. It's not money. So I think I'm going to stay concealed and not let on.
2 crack. 5 bam. North. 7 crack. West.
You know I won't see a joker.
2
I mean a flower, right?
5 bam. East.
I will.
West.
Randy says I will.
2 dot. South. 2 bam.
See, I don't care what's going on. I'm just picking, discarding, picking, discarding.
North. 1 bam. 4 bam.
That's how you pick your pace up.
1 bam. 9 crack. 7 crack. 4 bam. 1 dot.
It's
4
amazing not one flower has
crack.
gone out, right?
2 bam. 5 bam. 7 bam. 2 crack. East. 5 dot. South. Joker swap. 1 crack. 9 crack. 1 crack. North. 8 crack.
I mean, sometimes we see them all going out, right? None.
2 dot. 6 bam. 2 bam. 5 bam. Green. Call. 3 bam. 1 dot. 8 bam. East. 9 bam.
It's unbelievable. Really.
7 dot. Call. 4 crack.
It's the way this game goes. Oh my. Let's see. 5 dot. It's 23 tiles left, so I gotta kind of like look and see what's going on. But I mean, I want to win. 2 5 dots went out.
5 dot. 7 crack. 5 crack. 3 crack.
Oh, I think that's a hot one, but I'm going to take a chance because again, I want to win. You know, I have a good chance of winning. So I'm going to go for the win. There's an 8 crack out too. So hopefully it's not needed by Agatha. 6, 7, 8, 9.
8 crack. 4 crack. South.
I can't believe there's
East.
not one flower. Not one
4
flower.
crack. West. 2 bam. Joker.
Oh, goodness gracious.
7 dot.
That's safe.
8 dot. Call. 4 crack.
Now, is there an 8 dot up there? Now I'm going to be curious. I have to just make a note down because, you know, this is intermediate bot intelligence. So there's 8 dots with a joker and there's 10 tiles left. I want to see what if he's set for Maj, if that's why he did that, because it's not a good idea to do that since there's still an 8 out there. There's still an 8 to be exchanged. So let's see what happens.
Joker swap. Joker.
Oh, look at that. 6s.
6 dot. Joker swap. Mah Jongg.
Wow. All right. 6 times 8 equals 48. Okay. So there were 10 tiles left. He did have the potential. Well, man, it's going to be, that would have been a tough mahjong for him. I don't know that was the smartest thing to do, but I would love to discuss this with Julie and Philippe. Because it probably, I want to find out if the advanced bots would have done that. That's what I want to know. Because it's over my head how they do that programming. But let's see, we have flowers with the dragons. There's the 4 flowers. I cannot believe that there's 1 flower. Now, unless I had picked it, and the jokers I couldn't have used anyway, but chances are they would have pulled it off before me. It's just unbelievable how I did not see 1 flower. But if you don't win and you're in this situation, be really proud of how well you did. Seriously. Okay, I think I'll do one more game and then we can call it a night. Oh, what was Agatha doing? She broke up her hand. She was doing 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
First Charleston.
It was kind of a race between me and the winner. Sort by suit. Ooh, 2 jokers. 2 jokers and a 1 bam. If you'll notice, I never do anything with my flowers. I have no idea early in the game whether I'm going to be using flowers. But if I end up knowing, like for instance, I play 1 bam, 2 bam, 3 dot, 4 dot, which is right there in front of me. Yeah, I don't have any 2 bams, but I know that there's a hand with 4 numbers and 2 suits. Pung, pung, kwong, kwong. So, you know, if that happens, then I'll know I don't need the flowers. But right now, I don't know that. So I'm going to get rid of the north. Let's see, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that's kind of like, I don't like it when there's a hand that's right there so early, but there is. Maybe I'll keep this for 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, what else can I keep? Maybe I'll keep this, and I'll do this and this. I think I'll do that. Righty, what did we get? We got a green. I was thinking of 3, 4, 5, 6 with the greens. I do have 2 jokers that we could place in there. The 3 is a pair. The 4 is not. That could be called. The green, and then I need 5 and 6. So the 6 would be part of the pair. So it's, you know, not that it's possible. Certainly possible to do that. Let's see what I can get rid of. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this, and get rid of this. Now I got a red, but I'm not going to keep the red, but I got a 1. Now I'll have to make a decision for sure, and I think I'll do a blind pass and hope that I get some kind of clarity. Of course, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the easier hand. I don't have to worry about pairs, but let's see what happens. Didn't get anything in to help me. Oh, I'm going to have to go with the easier hand, and I'm going to have to continue. Boo-hoo. Who knows? Maybe I'll get some tiles back, but that's the way it goes. So I'm on the
Second Charleston.
second left here, and I will break this up just so I don't, if I do end up getting in more tiles, I'm not forced to pass a flower and I'm not forced to pass a pair. So I'll do this just in case to be sure. If you have any doubt, just break it up. I got another 4. That's very pretty. Would love to keep the other 4s, but not really, because 1, 2, 3, 4 really is very nice. So it's coming in beautifully. I'll do this. Maybe I'll get something else in. No, I got another 4 though. I'll do this.
Courtesy pass.
And the 4 came back again. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll do 3 here. All right, give me a 2 bam or a 3 dot, Joe. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. All right, well, let's see what
8
happens.
crack. Flower.
Now,
Bean.
now you're going to throw
8 dot.
flowers. Sure. Sure, sure, sure. Okay, so we'll do this.
3
So
crack.
I'm looking at
4
1,
crack.
2, 3, 4, which is second from the bottom on the right side right now. I could call the 4 dot. I don't have to call the 1 dot, but we'll see. I do need 2 bams. We're going to have to see what
4
comes in.
crack. 2 dot.
And I'll just keep looking at the board and getting
9
out
crack.
tiles that
Flower.
I'm not there. Another
8
flower
crack.
now.
1 bam.
Don't need that.
West. North. 3 crack. 2 bam.
Oh, there's my 2 bam. I'm not going to call it right now because it's a pung and I don't have to give up 2 jokers at this point. So now that I got that, that's good.
9 dot. Soap.
That helps out a lot. So I can call the 3 or I can call the 2, but hopefully I need one more good pick.
East. 8 dot. 5 bam. 9 dot. 9 crack. 6 crack.
All right, let me get the red out, even though that came to me and came out and in and out in the Charleston. I'll do that one first.
Red. Flower. South.
Where were you, flowers,
crack.
before? No 7s are out?
7 dot. Flower. 8 bam. 4 bam.
And let's see which one. Both of them are not out.
1 crack. 3 crack. South. 4 crack.
Okay.
6 bam. Call. 1 dot.
Good reason to get it out with 3 jokers, Wes, huh? Woohoo! Craziness.
9 crack. Joker swap. 1 dot.
Oh, okay. Now I can call everything. Now we're at 60 tiles. And that is just into the middle game by 6 tiles. Would love to hold that flower, but it's going to be challenging to do that with all that have gone out, just in case Wes needs them for a pair or a Kong or whatever. I'm better off getting it out early. So I will do that.
Flour. 6 dot. 9 dot. Soap. 8 dot. 2 crack. 7 dot. 2 crack.
Somebody's playing my 3 dots and 2 BMs. Is it Wes? Who is it?
Flour. 5 crack. Red. 2 dot.
Don't need the 2 dot. Definitely don't need it again. All right, let me just get that out. Oh,
2 dot. Soap. 8 crack. 1 crack.
okay, that has to go out because it is not on the board.
7 bam. Flour. Joker swap. North. 9 bam. Call. 1 dot.
6 and 9s. Okay, 3, 6, 9. It could be flower 3, 6, 9, line 3. What else could it be? Nothing. I say nada. Unless you see something, you could always let me know.
5 bam. 5 crack. Call. East.
5 crack with a joker exchange. Is it available still? I think it is. Okay, good.
Call. 7 bam.
3, oh, right. 3, 6, 9, line 1. You're right. Left side. 3, 6, 9 or 3, 6, 9, same suit. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are right. So let's see if he needs the 6 crack. I got to get it out if he does.
6 crack. 5 dot.
No,
5 bam. 4 dot.
I need that though. Or a Kong.
Call. Red. 3 crack.
I should have gotten the green out actually because the green went out early and only 1 went out. Ignore.
7 dot. Mah Jongg.
All right, he was doing 3, 6 with dots and 6, 9. Okay, and Joe was doing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line 5. The multiplication, 3 times 5 equals 15. And Agatha 1. Okay, I came kind of close. Anybody have any questions? I always like to take this opportunity. If you do have any, you could certainly unmute and ask me a question. It was a good night. Couple of Mahjs is a good night. I can't complain about that, right? Siamese on Sunday. I'm going to be really under a lot of pressure. I have to play with the Siamese card at least 1 game. Oh my God. Yikes. But if you guys haven't played Siamese and you want to learn about how it's played, come on Sunday night, 7 to 9 Eastern time. It's a lot of fun, and I know a lot of people ordered Siamese cards from me, so I hope everybody's studying them, and we'll learn it together. And I did get, I Love Maj has somewhere on their site, I don't know where, but it's about the card and some helpful hints about the card. So let me see if I could find it. Here, I'm going to copy the link. And I'm going to put it in the Zoom, and I'll put it also on YouTube. So this link that I'm sending to everyone in meeting takes you to helpful hints about the Siamese card. The hands are a lot different and they could be confusing, but this article will help clarify some things. So print it out or save it on your computer or something of the sort. Hannah.
Hi,
Hi.
Debbie.
Oh
Hi.
my God, I miss you.
How are you? I miss you too. Anyway, are you recording the Siamese instructions?
Yes.
Can I find it on YouTube?
Yes, under the playlist is called Siamese Sundays.
Okay, because I really want to learn that. I live in California, so that time is not always good on a Sunday. Okay. Thank you.
So
I'll check it out.
Yeah, and it's 7 o'clock. So if you aren't doing a dinner or something and you can like eat at your desk, or eat at the computer, I just moved it out a little bit because for California, a lot of it was too much in the afternoon, like interfering with afternoon, but I thought 7 might work a little better because you
It
can
might. It might.
you
Yeah,
know.
it
So,
might. All right.
right.
Thank you.
You're
Nice to
welcome.
see you.
Nice to see you too, honey.
All right.
Bye. That's it for tonight. Thank you, everybody who is watching from YouTube and everybody who joined me. If you have any questions, feel free to just unmute now quickly before we head out. If not, I'm going to say good night to everybody. Be well, practice, 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 and I will see you again soon. Night, everybody.
Bye.
Phyllis,
Thank you.
stay safe. And everybody who's in the Tampa area or anywhere over on the West Coast, stay safe, and we'll be checking in on the weather tomorrow for sure. Good night.
Okay.